Good evening, everyone. My name is Matthew. I am going to be DMing a campaign for the UAG, or at least a one-shot. I have with us three of my personal favorite PCs. If you would, introduce yourselves left to right. Starting with Chapo.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm Chapo, one of the cameo DMs here at the UAG. I am playing Snargle. Snargle is my first lizard folk character. He's a barbarian rogue. He looks more like an alligator than a lizard folk, and he doesn't really understand everybody's mannerisms since he's a outlander. But he does a very good job of making everybody very uncomfortable when he stares at them like they're fucking a piece of meat. So that's Snargle.
All right, Matthew number 1.
I'm Matt. I'm going to be playing my not 100% the term, but my shield guy fighter.
Shield guy, I love it.
Yeah, his job is to stand in front and make sure the people behind him don't get hurt.
Fuck yeah.
I like it already.
Oh yes.
And we have our wonderful Alex.
Oh. Cracked my fingers in here myself. I'll be playing Cassandra Haloheart. She's my first Aasimar, Paladin Devotion. She'll be probably the party's main hitter, but she's a little sensitive. She'll take up Swordon's offer on being a shield. But she'll do her best to keep everyone alive.
Awesome. It's always good to have a paladin in the party. All right.
It confuses me on how you can be 4 levels in Paladin and have 28 hit points.
Well, I was supposed to be a duo with somebody else, but they didn't want to play their character anymore, and I was stuck with being the mental half of them. So my mental stats are 15 intelligence, 14 wisdom, and 18 charisma. But my only good physical strat is strength, and then my constitution's 11.
Yeah.
I actually said the same thing. I was like, I don't know how you have a constitution of 11 on a paladin.
Yeah. I'm only 1 level higher than you, and I have almost twice the hit points. Of course, I also have an 18 constitution, so that's also a factor.
Maybe I'll re-roll her stats one day. She'll be more viable for the front line.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take Ritual Caster.
Pick up a second player to play the meat shield.
I'll just play 2 characters.
Why not?
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm assuming you all are in the UAG, just hanging out, socializing.
Yeah, I heard 2 rookies died earlier yesterday. It's tragic.
Yeah, stupid mistakes. So you see a guard come in and ask to see Pincus. And he goes upstairs. A few minutes later, Pincus comes down and posts on the bulletin board. There's been some disappearances in between Illumina and Mawson. And some villagers have come to seek the UAG's aid. There is a reward, and it will be based on if I kill you all or not.
It's going to be kind of hard to reward us if we're all dead, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So, the disappearances are happening on the road between Mawson and Illumina, and you all can requisition horses or travel however you would like.
Yeah, probably go by horse.
Why would we go by horse?
Do you want to walk all the way to Mawson?
I think that allows us to be more thorough of the road.
Walk good.
Oh. Yeah. Well, mind you, it takes a full day of riding to get to Mawson. It'll take us a day and a half by walking.
Well,
Snargle will ride. You just every once in a while when you look back at him, he'll be like opening his mouth around the horse's neck and stopping. Stop to think about what he's doing and then be watching you guys.
Oh boy.
so I don't think we should take the horses because our friend here might eat them.
Yeah.
Well, is there any shopping or anything y'all want to prepare before you leave?
That's an excellent question. Do I have healing potions?
Probably a good idea to have a few.
Is it possible to find some greater healing potions?
Roll me a D100. Say 70, well, 65 and above, you find some.
I got a 79.
All right, yeah. So, let's see.
And the correct book price for greater healing potions is 200 gold each.
All right. So, you can find 4 greater healing potions at 200 gold apiece, and you can find 15 regular healing potions.
Ooh. Not to be nosy, but how much gold do all of you have?
Snargle just pulls out a handful and he puts it in your hand. And then fishes in his thing and pulls out 2 more.
This doesn't answer the question, but I guess if you want me to count your coin.
I buy the 4 greater healing potions.
Okay, so never mind. We're not going to split it at all.
He doesn't know how much it is. He doesn't really care.
I'll give him back his gold because it's probably in a grimy coin purse.
Yeah,
And
you
I'll
find
I'll
the
give
head of
my
a mouse
2
in there. Too.
companions one of them.
All right.
I will buy 4 regular healing potions.
Okay.
I think I have everything else I need, so I'm ready to go.
All right. You guys head out on the road towards Mawson. Let's see. You traveled the first day pretty much uneventful. Seeing just general sights and animals off in the distance, but nothing to raise any alarms. Do you want to camp near the road or back off into the woods, or do you want to travel through the night?
What's our lizard man think?
Travel night.
I can't see in the dark, so
It's no worries. I have a lamp, and
Travel day.
besides, I'll cast light on the tip of my sword and blow it out.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What's everybody's passive perception? Well, actually, what's Chapo's passive perception?
Mine is shit.
15.
Okay.
Actually,
All right.
no, 16. Excuse me, 16.
Okay. Sorden and Snargle will notice a faint light off in the edge of the woods. And Cassandra sadly will not notice anything unless they point it out.
I'll definitely point it out.
Well, the strange light over there. Should we take a look?
Yes. And he'll immediately go down and like start sneaking.
Oh, sneaking's not my forte, but I'll give it a try.
All right, make some stealth
Snargle.
rolls.
Snargle teaches you, and he grabs you and like pushes you down really hard, and like holds you next to him as he like slithers down.
No. It's not that I'm bad at it. I just kind of shake my armor, my arm, and then you can hear it like scratching against itself.
He's like, "Shh, you're being loud." And he starts stuffing grass in your armor.
Stop that.
Make you quiet.
Man, playing these disadvantage rolls so amazing. Except I still have a penalty. I got 12.
Okay.
You got the same as me, and I did not have disadvantage.
I had a -1 penalty.
Snargle got a 27. Oh, it's to me a 25. Sorry.
Okay,
For sneak. Hold on.
I don't know how y'all managed, but you passed every one of their passive perceptions.
Oh, 29. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Snargle could have handled it on his own. You approach the light. There is a break in the trees and with some low cover on the ground. You peer into what appears to be a clearing, and you see several lit torches floating around the clearing, shedding light over what appears to be an altar, and several creatures or humanoids moving around the altar.
It's never a good thing when you find a mysterious altar in the forest. I whisper this as I'm pulling out my shield and sword.
Well, my sword was already out, so I will pull out my shield, and I say, agreed.
Snargle pulls out his great axe.
But we also do not know the nature of this altar. It could be druids, for all we know.
Could be.
Can
Do
we
you
make
wanna-
Can we make a roll to see if it's druids?
If somebody wants to give somebody advantage, that's perfectly fine.
I'd
Yep.
love to, but I don't know much.
What skill
What
is it?
skill?
Investigation or perception?
Okay.
I can give you advantage on perception and investigation. Either way.
I'll use investigation.
Okay.
I got only 10.
You got
I
that
can't
roll?
give anyone advantage. I don't have skills in either of those.
So what was your roll in investigation?
10.
I got a 17 perception.
Okay.
Alright. I got a 17 perception also, so we're good.
All right. Cassandra, you peer into the clearing at this altar. There appears to be a rather dark, viscous liquid dripping from the side of the stone altar.
I'm going to see this suspicious liquid, and I'm going to use my divine sense to see if there's any fiends or celestials or aberrations nearby. Or undead, sorry, not aberrations.
There is a fiend nearby.
I'm going to look in the direction of where I sense it.
Okay. It is just at the edge of the opposite side of the clearing, across from the altar. You see a faint movement in the light, but nothing more.
A shadowy fiend is among us. I'm going to cast. I'm going to
Good thing
quietly mutter protection from evil and good on Sorden.
Okay. That would actually, that's not a bad idea at all.
Mhm.
All right. So what's everybody else doing?
What did Snargle and I see?
You see what appears to be about a, let's see, he is, looks to be a cross between a Dragonborn and some sort of devil with a weird misshapen beard holding a large glaive. And you see two cultists and a mage at the altar.
Do we see what's on the altar?
From the angle you're at, you can't really see what's on the altar, but you do see, to your eyes, what appears to be a red liquid dripping off the side of the altar.
Okay. I'm making a wisdom roll. Okay. I'm waiting to see what the group wants to do, as I rolled a 16.
I'm going to look to Snargle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, you're the quietest of us all. I say you make your way to that caster, what looks like over there. We'll wait for your... Once you make the first blow, we'll make our moves.
He's like nodding, looking at you like you're a piece of meat. Like, okay. And he like slithers off and disappears. Do you want me to roll stealth again?
Yes, please.
All right. That comes out to 27.
Okay. Yeah, you. They rolled two natural ones, a 16 and a 4. So, yep, you're good.
Okay.
So
The mage has moved around to the back side of the altar with his back facing you, and the two cultists are facing in the opposite direction towards the fiend that Cassandra noticed.
So basically, I'm holding my Radiant Soul transformation, and oh, never mind. I can't hold that because that's a bonus action. I'm gonna hold my Sacred Weapon for when Snargle makes his attack.
Okay. Well, everybody roll initiative. There's going to be a surprise round.
I got a 19.
All right. Just post it in chat so I can keep up with it.
I got shit as usual.
Now you rolling like I was earlier today.
It's always happens to my paladins. I don't know what it is about me and my paladins. As soon as it hits initiative, tank. I'm going last. Maybe the universe knows something I don't. The paladins are just secret murder hobos. You're going last.
Murder hobos.
Ooh, that's going to be good.
What was their initiative?
I'm getting ready to post it.
Don't do it.
All right. All right. So, Fiend is natural 20.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Snargle or like.
So what was the Fiend's dex?
Fiend's dex is +2, so 15. The two cultists got a 19. Their dex is 14. And the mage rolled a whopping 4. and his dex is 14.
The cultists 19 after adding their initiative.
Yes.
Okay. And it was. So with the mage, you rolled a 2 and added 2, or rolled a 4 and added 2?
Rolled a 4 and added 2.
Okay. So the mage does go for Cassandra.
Fuck. I'm always last.
Well, haven't you heard?
I-
Save the best
and-
for last.
Snargle and cultists actually switch order.
All right, got you. Thank you for posting that. All right, surprise round. Snargle, what are you doing?
I'm going rage as a bonus.
Okay.
And I'm gonna chop the fuck out of the fiend. That's what you guys want me to do, right?
You said mage.
Mage. All right, chopping the shit out of the page.
You can hit the fiend if you want, but it's a fiend. I don't know what you're getting into.
It's a fiend, and it's all the way across the clearing, and it's facing you guys. So I'm pretty sure he might notice you, unless
If
you
we try to sneak up.
circumnavigate all the way around.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the fucking dude. I got a 19 to hit.
Oh, 19 hits.
All right.
Kill the wizard.
So I got
Always kill the wizards.
11 plus 5, 16. So 17 points of damage for the first attack.
Ooh, that's nice.
So I just sneak up, almost right behind him, and then I jump out and fucking do like a crocodile roar, like rah, and just cleave him in his back.
He is bleeding, but he is not that injured. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because he only gets one attack.
Okay.
Doesn't he get his chomp as a bonus?
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, I'll
he's
get my-
bonus range.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So, at this point, it is going to be. Well, we'll go Sordon next.
Okay. So I'm going to. Who's the closest enemy?
The mage is about 30 feet into the clearing. The two cultists are on the other side, facing away from you. I'm pretty sure they're going to turn around the first round.
Yeah.
They're about
My
feet from you?
range is 30 feet, so I'd only be able to go up to the mage.
okay.
I'm going to go up to the mage and attack.
Alrighty.
A 28 hit.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. DC 16 strength save.
Oh, well, he's going to suck at that because he gets a -1. And he rolled a nat 20, so a 19.
Okay. So he doesn't fall prone.
It would appear not.
Okay. So he still takes 10 damage because I rolled crap.
Alright.
And then I get an extra attack with a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
And because I really want to make this happen, yes, make another save.
Alright.
Fall down.
This time he rolled an 11, so that will be a 10.
Yeah. He is knocked prone and takes 14 points of damage.
Alright. We have one prone mage. Alright. And
I'm standing within 5 feet of Snargle.
yes.
Yeah.
And so Cassandra.
So my reaction from before is, before my round started, was to use Sacred Weapon, which gives me additional attack based on my charisma and makes light, and my weapon is considered magical. I'm going to move slightly to forward to the right, and then I'm going to dash to the prone mage,
All right.
and I'm going to use my charger feat and attack with my bonus action.
Okay.
For it was a natural 19 to hit. Probably.
That'll hit.
Not even going to add the bonuses right now.
Yeah, all you got to do is hit a 12 unless he gets mage armor off.
So I'm not going to smite him. I'm just going to do my regular damage, which I rolled max on a d8. So I do I do 18 damage.
He is looking severely wounded. All right.
And it's my turn.
Okay. All right. So back to the top of the order, we're going to go with the Fiend. He is going to see the attack on the mage because, well, it just makes sense. All right.
Snuggles like, you can't see me, and he's waving a hand after his face. Just playing.
He is going to take... He's going to move his 30 feet, and then he's going to take his action to dash to get in range with basically all of you all. All right. But that's his turn. So I believe it is Snargle's turn again.
Oh, yeah.
And the mage is still prone.
Mage is still prone. It was
You
a
get
surprise
advantage.
round.
You get advantage and you don't have to reckless.
And what about the cultists?
The cultists go after Snargle.
Okay.
They're just in the
So-
wrong order there.
Yeah.
24 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right. And that's 10 plus 5. 17 damage.
He is down.
Good
Okay.
ambush. Good ambush.
Yeah, you knocked him to -4. Sneak attack's a fantastic thing.
We don't even
don't
have
get
a
it.
rogue.
Well,
I don't-
Snargle is a rogue.
I don't get it with that great axe. I just.
All right.
He hasn't found that weapon that he wants to use like that yet.
And plus, rogues have such a great ability. You don't need sneak attack.
All right.
Is
So
there anybody nearby within?
the two
besides,
cultists are about 10 feet away, and the Fiend is now within melee range of basically all three of you.
All right.
Isaac is asking if he can join.
Sure.
I think I'm going to go and bite the fiend.
All right.
So let's see. That's a 16 plus 7. 24? No, 23.
That'll hit.
All right. So he takes 6 points of piercing damage. And I get... I don't think I get temporary HP for that. Let me check. And that's my round.
All right. He looks mildly annoyed at this point.
Because I bit him.
Because you bit him.
Gotta love it when the monsters get mildly annoyed.
Okay. So now the cultists, seeing all this crazy crap going on, the first one's going to turn around and cast Hold Person on... Let's see. Doo-doo-doo.
Crap, the mage wasn't the only mage.
The ambush has failed. Retreat, everyone.
All right. So the The first cultist is going to cast Hold Person on Sorden.
Is he also a demon?
He is not a demon.
I have crap mental saves.
That is a wisdom save. Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. The target must see a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration.
Oh, RNG saved me. I got an 18.
Okay, well, you made it because his DC is crap.
Praise RNGesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, the second cultist, not to be outdone by the first, casts Inflict Wounds.
This is a touch spell.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well.
Could always run at the crazed alligator.
Alright, he is going to run up and touch Cassandra.
Don't do it.
And cast Inflict Wounds. And let's see. Melee attack. Alright. So does a... that's not that great. Does an 18 hit you?
Oh.
Close, but not.
Alright. Crap.
I'm sitting at 21.
Alrighty then. Okay, now we're back over to Snargle. I'm sorry, not Snargle. Sorden.
He gets 2 turns.
No, he does not. One was bad enough.
Well, things are going to get worse. I am going to... Is the fiend holding a weapon?
He is holding a glaive.
Okay. I am going to attack him.
Alright.
What
kind of save does he need to make?
Well, it has to hit first before I can start using a maneuver. I don't think 12 will hit.
12 will not hit. 13's the AC.
Okay. Well, the next attack hits, and he has to make a DC 16 strength save. He's getting a trip attack.
All right. DC 16. He has +3. That's going to be an 18 for him.
Okay, he is not knocked prone.
All right.
He still takes the damage, though, I think.
Yeah. Still takes the 14 damage.
That's good. The more damage, the better.
Yeah. Is the cultist also within melee range?
The one that is attacking Cassandra is in melee range.
Okay. Because I'm action surging and I'm taking 2 swipes at the cultist.
All right.
Our hero.
What?
All you get to do... Yeah, 15 will hit.
Strength save.
All right. And they are not very strong, so... that's a 17, though. They have a +0, but she rolled a 17.
Managed to not be knocked prone, but still takes... still take 15 points of damage. Yeah. And then I got a 26 hit for 14 damage.
All right, what was the total on
that? I got 2 hits off, and they total 29.
29? All right. He is looking severely wounded. All right. So, Cassandra. You've got a cultist in front of you. You've got Fiend behind you.
I just want to say that Isaac is here.
Yeah, he said he wanted to jump in after combat. So
okay, just wanted to announce his presence.
I am here.
I am going to use my bonus action for Radiant Soul.
All right.
And seeing that the one cultist is badly injured, I'm not going to focus my attention on him, and I'm going to turn around and attack the fiend.
All right.
So I get 19 to hit.
19 will hit. Just got to beat a 13.
Okay. And
I
I'm
was
gonna
so
Put
close
it-
to it that one time.
put in a level 1 smite.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll my slashing damage. Oh, that was lucky. My smites aren't gonna be so lucky. So my slashing damage is 17,
Okay.
and it's considered a magic weapon. And my smite is going to do 10.
All right.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to add my radiant soul damage. So that's 14.
So the total was 14 instead of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't another 14 on top of the 10.
So much damage.
That is ridiculous.
No, I'm saving that for Sunday.
Okie dokie. All right. So we're back to the top of the round with the Fiend. And since you just smacked him, he is going after you.
You mustn't have liked that.
It annoyed him slightly. All right. His first attack. Oh, God. Seriously? His first attack is a 7. Will a 7 hit you?
No.
All right. His second attack is his glaive attack.
Mega low dex wizard help.
Oh. I'm pretty sure 9 doesn't hit you either.
Barely dodged out of the way in that full plate.
Yeah, I know you slowed down a little bit in the full plate, but oh well. Okay, this is ridiculous. All right, so at this point, it's going to be Snargle. Okay, you fixed the order there. I was like, I was trying to move everybody around. I was like, nope, wait, that's right. All right, so Snargle, what do you want to do? You've got a fiend and you've got a cultist pretty close.
Let's see. I'm gonna chop the cultist.
All right.
Let's see. I got a 24 to hit,
Oh, that'll hit.
and that'll be 15 points of damage.
All right, he's looking pretty bad.
And I'm gonna bite his ass too. And that'll be a 26 to bite.
That'll hit, and you have the taste of shit in your mouth.
And 7 points of shitty damage then for him.
All right, he is looking like he is on death's door at this point.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Actually, it's not 7. That's 9. That's 9 damage. Sorry, forgot to add the rage damage there.
All right, he looks like he's even more on death's door. Like a stiff breeze might knock him over.
Mm.
And that's my turn.
All right, and the cultists are going to go. So the first one is going to cast Hold Person on Snargle. So
No, don't do it.
me a DC 11.
Is that the guy standing within 5 feet of us?
Yes.
Is it a wisdom save or
Yes, it's a wisdom save.
11?
Yep.
All right, he rolls a 13.
This guy is really feeling annoyed by the fact he can't hit anything.
Poor guy.
Yeah, they've all been kind of pushovers at this point. All right, second cultist is going to cast. No, he's not going to cast that. He's going to cast Sacred Flame at Sorden.
I got a 19 this time.
That you're good.
That cultist is probably so frustrated.
Yeah, I think they both are at this point.
Come on, man.
I really
we're just
wanted
trying
that
to worship
cultist within 5 feet of us to really make it. I really wanted to make an attack so I could reaction hit him.
Yeah, the problem with that is all they've got's daggers. I mean, they can stab you twice with a dagger, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Dagger versus spell wins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Sorden, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna smack the cultist.
All right. Which one? The one that's within 5 feet, or are you moving around to get to the other one? Okay.
No, the one within 5 feet. I got a 12 to hit.
And that will just miss. It's a 13 to hit.
Just because to reduce action economy, I'm gonna swing at him again. This time I got a 21 for 10 damage.
That'll hit. 10 damage is enough to kill him. He only had 1 hit point left. He was literally just like waving back and forth, ready to fall over.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I use my bonus action to taunt the demon to attack me?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I have no idea what to say as a taunt.
You have an ugly beard.
Hey, you want to attack me over here? I'm an easy target.
Oh, I got a 13 on intimidation.
All right. Let's see if he takes. He got a natural 20 to counter that.
Yeah.
I can't hit you for crap, but I can counter anything you want to throw at him.
Yeah. Oh, that's my turn.
All right. And Cassandra.
All right. Time to attack this dude yet again. Another 19. Rolled 10.
All right. You were going after the fiend,
fiends.
correct? All right. That'll hit.
And I'm going to do bare minimum this time, which will still be 9, 10 damage.
Okay. He's looking pretty wounded. He has moved beyond mildly irritated to annoyed.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, is that all you want to do?
That's it.
Do you want to run by him and get in a AoE?
I mean, if you want, I could just fly circles around him.
Why not? All right. So, top of the round, we're at the Fiend. He is going after... We'll say Sorden this time. And does an 11 hit you?
No, and he had disadvantage because of protection.
Well,
Protection.
does a 10 hit you then?
Yeah. Yeah, I have the same armor class as Cassandra, so.
Alright. And second attack, and 14 is not going to do it. So, All right. Yeah, so we're off to Snargle.
Remember when touch attacks were a thing?
All right. So Snargle is so the Fiend is the only one left, right?
There's one fiend within range, and then there's a cultist like 10 feet away, around the other side of the altar.
Has he been hit yet?
He has not been hit yet.
All right. I'm gonna use. Actually, I don't think I have that yet. Level 1 rogues don't have where they can disengage.
That's
do
level
they?
2.
Is it okay? All right. I'm just gonna attack the Fiend then. Fuck it.
All right.
That's gonna be 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Ooh.
Cunning
So
action is
that's-
so good on its own, you don't really need the sneak attack.
Let's see. It's
No.
so 15 points of damage on the axe, and then I'm going to bite him,
Okay.
and the bite is going to be a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
That does 3 plus 3 is 6, 8 points of damage, piercing.
All right. He's down.
All right. I'm going to use my raging jaws, and when I bite him, and that just gives me temporary HP.
Okay.
Just got 4 temporary HP for right now. And then I'm going to move the rest of my move to the other cultist.
All right. You should be able to get to him.
Okay. And I'm going to intimidate him.
All right.
Actually, no, I don't have that. It's good. I just run up to him. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
But I'm losing my shit as I run up to him.
All right. So cultist is going to attempt to
Join the Elder Gods.
Yeah, probably. He is going to cast command on Snargle.
All right. Is that a wisdom?
That is a wisdom, and it's a DC 11.
All right. I got a 14.
Okay.
So when he does that, I just fucking roar really loud and look at him like he's a piece of meat.
Well, at this point, he pretty much is. All right, he is going to attempt to flee, and you are going to get an attack of opportunity.
Oh God!
I wish I had trip attack.
I won't do it.
If only
Actually,
you
no.
had Sentinel.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Can I grapple him?
Yeah, you can
I
grapple or shove as an attack, part of attack action.
Okay. I was going to say I am not sure, but that works.
All right. So what am I doing? Just rolling to hit, using strength and proficiency.
That would be what I would use.
So I rolled an 18 plus a 6, so 24.
24 will definitely hit.
All right. So I grab on his ass.
All right. And he is grappled.
From behind. I'm just gonna fucking eat his head.
That has to suck. All right. So we have Snargle grappling a cultist, and it is Sorden's turn.
I'm going to move over there and make 2 swipes. And both of them hit. I got a 24 and a 13
All right.
for a total of 20 damage. And it's going to be non-lethal if it's enough.
It's not enough, but okay. I'll just keep in mind you want to use non-lethal.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure Snargle's going to eat his head in a minute, so may
Oh.
want to voice that opinion.
I'm going to yell to the group, we need one alive. And it's definitely not, we don't need the demon alive.
I'll roll will save on that one.
Understood.
All right. So, Cassandra.
All right. How far away is he from me? 15, 10 feet?
10, 15 feet, something like that.
All right. I'm going to fly up 20 feet, and I'm going to come down 20 feet, and I'm going to attack him using my charger.
Okay.
And my dash. All right. 20?
20 will hit.
Again, going for non-lethal, but that's still 21.
All right. He is still up. I did buff their hit points just a bit.
Awesome. Love
Okay.
that shit.
I use what little remainder of movement I have to just kind of float in front of him,
Okay.
and that will be my turn.
All right. So we've got a dead fiend, and we're back to Snargle.
Death roll. Death roll.
So Snargle just slowly turns his head and puts the dude's neck in his fucking mouth and chomps down and tells him stop.
Didn't your mama ever tell you not to talk with your mouth full?
I'm waiting for his answer.
All right. The answer is stop what? You're the one that attacked me.
All right, going for the attack. A bite.
It's crazy.
That's a 24.
24 will hit.
All right. I'm gonna roll fucking max damage on the fucking thing. No, all right. So that's 8 points of piercing damage for his neck. I just fucking just shake his ass. I basically let go of him and just hold him by his fucking neck and just shake him. Like
All right. So the way you described that, I'm going to say that the bite would do the 8 damage, but I'm going to say you should get another like D4 on top of that.
All right.
Just from the violence of the shaking, that would cause some major damage.
That's another point of damage.
Okay. He is
Trying to
still
subdue.
alive, but not good.
So I'm just basically like holding him by his fucking neck then with my mouth.
All right. As you shook him around, blood kind of splatters on the altar a little bit,
Mm.
but nothing seems to be too out of the ordinary.
Okay, so I still have my regular attack.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and hit him with the flat of my fucking axe instead of to do some dual damage. I think I'm gonna make a roll.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll?
I would say roll me a athletics check because you got to maintain your hold on him, or did you let him go?
Well, this is more of like trying to decide whether I'm fucking going for the kill or whether I'm trying to fucking like knock his ass out.
The way I usually do those kind of things is for when I deciding if I'm going to do something stupid, I just do a wisdom skill check, which is just D20 plus wisdom, and if I roll above a 10, I do the smarter option.
Okay. So I rolled on 11. That's all right. So I'm doing subdual then, I guess. So roll to hit with the great axe. That's gonna be a 19, and damage is gonna be
If you get more than a 4, he's out.
Okay, well then it's fucking 16, so he's out.
He is out cold.
I just fucking I just hit him with the fucking flat of my blade right in his back, and let go of him in my mouth, and he just kind of cartwheels, flops.
All right. He falls to the ground. Let's see which direction he falls. Are you still facing away from the altar?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I think I would probably move over to him and stand over him, see if he's moving.
All right. Yeah, he is well out on the ground. You do notice. Everybody make me a perception check.
I got a 25.
All right.
I got an 8.
I got 9.
Yeah. Snargle's got the bloodlust going.
All right. At this point, we can bring in Wesley. We'll say he set off after you through the just after you left the guild, and is just now arriving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wanna
That's
introduce
longer
yourself?
because she got funny little legs.
Yeah, that was obviously the reason. No. Describe the character. Deep gnome. It's relatively short. Seems to be lighter armor, rapier, shield combo. Also has a crossbow, light, of course, small sized. Honestly, looks kind of like a rogue or maybe a mobile fighting type person. But there's a number of other little scrolls that are well sealed, but almost certainly hold paper and ink and other things that a fighter doesn't normally have. It probably shows up and is just like, I see I got here at the right time.
Some might even say you were a minute too late.
No, about the right time. Is everything good? Is anybody hurt? I look around. Anybody hurt?
Yeah.
Snargle's like kind of like nipping at his neck and moving around by his neck, kind of like an alligator would do to make sure if you're dead or alive.
All right. Let me pull this up here. There's going to be a couple of things that happen as you enter. If you would post your character stats in the chat real quick for me.
Are you looking for strength text?
Just
Armor class, passive perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just post what I did on the Facebook.
with your name and stuff. That way I can
This should
refer to you properly.
This should do it how I want to. I will change this to. Okay. That work for you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. And just to confirm this real quick, because I'm really curious. You all see like a plague doctor, yeah, for my image.
Not when you're talking, but when you're idling, yeah.
It changes? Oh boy.
Yeah, it does that. Google's weird.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah.
I'm seeing a woman with silver hair.
Oh, good! Yay! It's just me. Anyway, yeah.
Just had to crack open a book here, guys. Give me just a second.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be something else happen.
Yeah. So there's an alligator and it's nipping at its own neck or somebody else's neck.
He's a lizard folk, but he looks more like an alligator.
Right. But I can't tell based on the description. Are you implying that somebody's injured?
Well, beat the shit out of this cultist, and Snargle's an outlander, so he really doesn't like know of everybody's like ways. But his way of is just really like rash and fucking more of animalistic.
So you motion to the cultist, then you're like, this person needs help.
No, I'm checking to see if he's like still like alive or like just playing possum. But I'm like grabbing him by his neck with my jaws and just kind of like nipping down and moving. You know what I mean? Kind of like a prey would fuck with something, kind of like that.
Snargle.
Yes.
Put him down. Put him down. He's unconscious. We need him for information. Put him down.
Okay. He'll bite him one more time in the arm, and he'll back up 5 feet.
Good
All
son.
right.
Just kind of sit there and watch him. He's like watching him like a piece of meat.
How do you pronounce your name? Is it Magig?
Magig.
Magig. Oh,
My
I
game.
wanted to. Magig. All right. Magig, you. Okay, go ahead, Matt.
No, you're saying Magig, but is this Chi? Just so I know when doing records.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. Yeah. Sorry. It's yeah. If you want to just put a blank space with underscores, that would work fine. Up to you.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
as long as for record keeping we know what we're doing, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I'll call you just about anything.
Yeah.
All right. So, Magig, as you enter this clearing, you see the torches are floating in the air, lining the outer edges and lighting the center of what you see to be an altar covered in blood. You see several bodies, including one of a fiend and some cultists and a mage. Snargle is playing with his food. And that's where you come in.
Okay. Is there anybody here who in the party who looks more wizardly, like a beard or a weird hat or a staff?
Snargle does. No,
I mean, like, okay.
Snargle pastes like some grass to his chin and smiles at you.
Yeah. So
Well, the paladin is glowing right now with magical.
Heavenly wings floating off the ground.
So there's definitely magic in this room, that's for sure. But I'm gonna roll an Arcana check on the altar.
Okay.
Make sure it's not like, I don't know, something. I'm sure it's more religious, but I'll let the cleric or whoever do that part.
That's not my specialty. I can take a look at it.
Boy. Yeah. If you want a different check, that's fine. Like, I'm just looking at the altar generically. See if there's anything magical about it or weird from like a historical perspective or anything like that.
Okay. What did you get?
The Arcana check. The Arcana check was an 11, and the modifier is the same for history. So.
All right.
Magig, what's your dexterity? Just in case we get in combat later.
Oh, it's +3.
I just meant the score.
Oh, 16.
Okay. You recognize several runes. What languages do you speak?
Common, Draconic, Gnomish, Halfling, and Undercommon.
Okay. To one of my more educated gentlemen in the group, does any of that have any correlation with Infernal?
No.
No.
All right. Do any of you speak or read or understand Infernal?
I only speak Common and Undercommon.
Celestial and I think Abyssal might share a script, but that's the only ones that come.
Abyssal is the one I meant. I apologize.
Oh, okay. Let me just double check that Abyssal isn't its own.
That'd be a
script.
Negatron.
Actually, Undercommon might be Abyssal. That's why I'm double checking right now.
No, Undercommon's own thing.
That's what I thought.
Actually, I told you wrong. It is Infernal. I was right the first time.
Yeah.
Never just. It's whatever you want it to be.
Abyssal is demons, Infernal's devils. They both use the Infernal script.
All right. So you would notice that this is a foreign script to you. You can't make out what it says. You do notice that there appears to be a pattern in the way the blood is seeping into the runes of the language.
Oh shit!
With my 11 arc, actually no. This is Clyde. Is there any reason my character? So okay, actually, I just want to ask this. My character can cast Prestidigitation. Is there any reason my character wouldn't go? Why not Prestidigitation and clean the blood off of it?
You could.
Okay,
I don't see any reason why you wouldn't.
Right, like it feels like blood seeping into a sacrificial altar would be bad, and that everybody would know that. So I'm gonna go with Prestidigitation, go away. Just like
Okay.
remove it.
So, everybody, as he is doing this, make me a perception roll.
Yay! I love it.
Oh, good. I got 8.
It is a 10-foot range, but
In the last round of perception, what did my 25 see? Just because I don't
Your
wanna-
25 saw basically the same thing I just told him about the runes and the blood.
Okay.
I just wanted to tie him into the story a little better.
Yeah. Well, it was such a good roll. I didn't want to have it go to waste.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. I will say this.
you noticed before I did, that's for sure.
You did notice as he started casting Prestidigitation that the runes in the stone glow slightly.
I got a 23.
All right. So, yeah, the runes in the stone glow slightly, and then all of them wink out at the same time. At the same time this happens, half the torches around this clearing go black.
They're giving off black fire, or they go out.
They go out, just like wink out of existence. They just are not there.
Oh,
Hmm.
All right. And
That's
on
probably
that
a good
same
thing.
perception rolls, you will see the light from the remaining torches glimmering slightly off of two bone white figures in the darkened section of the clearing.
Humanoid figures,
No.
moving figures.
Yes, they are moving.
Okay.
Hey, Cassandra, could you throw light on my shield?
sure. I'll cast light on the shields, and I'll use divine sense again.
All right, I'm assuming you shine it in that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Divine Sense is a radiance thing. So,
all right, you see two white winged creatures with spiny tails, what appear to have stingers on them, and long claws. They are bipedal, but have wings and a tail.
On my initiative, I'll go, oops.
I don't think we're in initiative just yet.
Not yet.
I'll say it as soon as it is conceivably possible.
It was literally going to be the cultist getting out of your range and casting a spell on the altar to trigger this.
So good.
So,
Solid. Solid plan.
so you just help the story along.
Well, you know.
Okay, so everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
How
Yay!
much time would you say would have passed between last combat and?
I would say a matter of a couple of maybe 3 minutes.
I'm still protected. I'm still going to run at them.
Okay.
Seems good.
3 minutes
Roll my
passed?
damage.
Yeah,
3 minutes,
I'd say
yeah.
about 3 minutes.
So if you're a warlock who is at 20th level, you can regain all your spell slots. Anyway, not
I
important.
would say, in theory, that is correct. And this may have just got bumped up to a tier 2, guys. Sorry.
Shoot.
Mm,
Well,
Yeah.
we don't have to fight everything.
Yeah, and I have no resources. The only thing I have left is my second wind and potions. I have no superiority die.
I still have my healing and my. I have one spell left, and of course the protection spell on you.
Which is probably going to be the lion's share of things.
And we'll see.
All right.
Out of game. I'm sorry.
Oops.
All right. So the Bone Devil number 1
Oh boy.
has an initiative of, let me get his dex here, of 17/16.
And they're fast as fuck, boy.
And it does
Yes,
tie
sir.
with one of the players.
Guys, exactly. I just went him second.
And the second one has an initiative of 3. I'm sorry. He has an initiative of 6 because he rolled a 3.
Right. No.
That's okay.
Alex, you got a 15 on initiative?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was including my penalty. I rolled pretty well for a change.
So who goes first between the Bone Devil and the player?
Rule of thumb is generally you let the player go first before the
Presumably, I'm just double checking with the GM.
No, he wants to kill us. That's the point.
Obviously.
Ah, I
Good
should bring
plan.
Ralph. Should bring Ralph.
Should have brought our tier 2s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I press the
Should've.
pause button and have Jubei switch me out with somebody else? No.
Switch me
Yeah.
out with Orin.
Yeah, switch me out with Harbeck.
We just all switch characters on the spot, like spooked.
Like Tekken tag team.
I think that might be a funny item to make for players to give all like tiers. Just a random thought.
Hmm.
Matt, are you there?
He's thinking or disconnecting. I don't know. This is
One or the other, you know. By the way, we were not hearing you, GM, I believe.
if you have instead accidentally muted yourself, which is also
I have lost mic.
mine.
Success.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Success.
All right. Well, that was a lot simpler than I figured it was going to be. All right, Snargle, what do you want to do?
Um, hmm. I guess I'm moving to attack.
Okay. There's one on the right, one on the left. They're both about 30 feet away.
All right. It doesn't really matter. I'll take the one on the right.
Okay.
All right. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
9 plus 5 is 14. 16 damage.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to bite him on this one.
All right. So that's going to be the first Bone Devil. That's the one on the left. So he is going to move up. And yeah, he's going to move up to the altar. And I'm pretty sure, just to double check. Yes, he has a 10-foot reach. So he's going to make a multi-attack against Sorden.
At disadvantage.
Alright, disadvantage. He has a +8 to hit. First roll is a 10. Second roll is a 4. So the first one's not going to hit. Second attack is 17 and a 3. So an 11 is not going to hit. I love that spell.
You're welcome.
So,
Goddamn flies. They're everywhere.
Cassandra, what you want to do?
All right. My flight and sacred weapons over. So I'm out of natural resources except for one spell. And my protection from good and evil is still up. So I am going to move up to the I'm going to move as close as I can to the second Bone Devil. How far away would that put me? Like 20 feet away?
The one that moved up to the altar or the other one?
The other one.
The other one? You can probably circumnavigate. What's your movement speed?
30 feet.
30 feet? Yeah, you can get to him.
I want to stand 20 feet away.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull a rope off my belt after sheathing my longsword. And I'm going to say jigabooty and use my rope of entanglement. The last good thing Will gave me before he started giving me headaches.
Okay. So, is there a save against this, or
How
does it work?
He has to make a DC 15 dexterity save or become restrained.
And he rolled a 19. Plus, he has a +3, I believe.
So it's just going to fail. And I'm going
All
to
right.
pull the rope back. And I'm just going to hold my ground. So I'm going to keep an eye out on everything that's going on.
Okay. And so, Sorden.
I'm going to move up to the one that attacked me, and I'm going to attack him back.
All right, you'll have to go either around the altar or across the top of it.
I'll go around it.
Okay.
And I got a 12 and a 14.
And neither of which will hit. Just for giggles, it's a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
It's a little modified because I'm going to say this was an imperfect summons, so they are not fully fleshed out yet.
Yeah. Yeah, because 2 Bone Devils will kill us.
Yeah. But, prestidigitation's a cantrip. It didn't really have enough oomph to summon them.
If she knew you said that, she'd be slightly offended.
Well, it's a good thing I said that as a DM, so.
As a player, I'm like, Thank you. How do we all not die? Okay, let's see.
Okay, so my gig.
All right. Yeah. So, I can see him. Got 120-foot dark vision. I will ask this paladin, I think, with the rope, if that has more than one use per day.
I can use this as often as I like.
Can other people use it?
You have to take it from me.
I do. I move up next to you. Basically, not. Well, it's a 10-foot reach anyway, so I'm going to move up next behind the paladin, but I'm going to take the rope and attempt to do the same thing.
Okay, I'll let you have it.
Jigabooty.
All right. And what was the DC again?
15.
All right. He rolled a 14.
Not enough. Or 14 total? Yes.
Yeah, 14 total.
Woo-hoo.
I have a bad
He's-
habit of saying he rolled a 14 after I've added modifiers.
No, it's more like, he rolled a 14. You jerk. He made it sound like it's a success, but it's actually a failure.
So once he's restrained, the creature can take an action on a DC 15 or strength check. On a success, they're no longer restrained.
Okay. And is that at the end of his turn or the beginning of his turn?
He
Or
has
is
to
it
take
just
an
an
action.
action?
He has to take an
Okay.
action.
All right. And which one did you restrain? The one at the altar with Sordon or the one with Snargle?
The one that is...
You're kind of in the middle. You could go either way.
Yeah. They're probably both look injured. I'm gonna assume Snarg. Honestly, I'm just gonna
Well,
the one
Snargle,
furthest. The one.
Snargle doesn't have any protection.
Yeah.
from
Okay.
evil.
So I'll do the one next to Snargle, and after I do that, I will say focus that one and use an action surge to shoot my light crossbow at him.
Since it's restrained, it has you have advantage to hit, and it
I
has
do.
disadvantage to.
That
Do
was. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that looks good. I'll take it. But I still miss with a 15.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
If we had a cleric, it would have disadvantage on dexterity saves. So, real good time to sacred flame.
Woohoo. All right. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. So now we're going to move on to the second Bone Devil. And it's the one at Snargle and has rolled such a horrible initiative. Okay. Snargle, first attack. And 11 is not going to do any good. And a second 11 is not going to do any good.
Snargle's just like slipping through like a lizard.
Slimy little thing.
Did you just say like a lizard when that is literally what you are?
That's right.
Oh my god.
To be fair, I believe lizard folk is slightly different than lizard, but I'll allow it.
Okay, Snargle. What do you want to do, buddy?
So Snargle's gonna kind of.
Does Snurgle have any silver fillings?
Of course not. Snargle.
Just remember, I said this is an imperfect summons.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt. Matt's a dick. I was yeah, I'm just gonna attack. So since he's restrained, I'm gonna go reckless.
All right.
And
But you don't
attack
have to
him.
go reckless.
Oh, do I have
Yeah,
advantage
he's
to
already
whatever?
got advantage.
Okay, never mind then. All right. That's a net 20. What? Sweet.
All right, let's do some damage.
So first
Uh,
one is in
Double
8.
damage.
Okay. So 8 And 7, that's 15. That's 10, 15, that's 20. 22.
That'll definitely hit.
Oh, to hit? Or you mean damage?
Oh, I thought you said that was a 22 to hit. I'm sorry. 22 damage is perfectly fine.
What do you mean by double damage?
Roll your dice and
Okay,
then
well I
double
got
it.
22 then for the damage.
Okay. Okay. You have
And then-
took a healthy chunk out of it.
All right, and then this time I will bite his ass. Let's see. And that's going to be a 24 to hit. And that does 9 points of damage.
Awesome. He's looking wounded.
All right.
Okay, so Bone Devil that is over poking around at Sorden. He has disadvantage on attacks, correct, still?
Yes.
What?
Protection from evil and good is a 10-minute spell.
Fantastic. All right.
It's the greatest spell in the game.
And a 20 will not hit you, correct? I think you said 21, right?
Yeah, 21's the number to hit.
All right.
Sweating.
All right. 21 to hit on the second one.
Oh no.
That just manages to hit.
All right. So that's actually a sting attack.
Oh.
You take 13 piercing damage. And you must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
I got a 16.
All right, you're good. You do take 17 points of poison damage, but you are not poisoned.
It's just like, I succeed. You still take a whole bunch of poison.
That's 30 damage.
Not even half damage for success. Like, nope. It's not poisoned also.
You looking good over there, buddy?
I lost half my life force.
Life force.
But I also have a lot of... I got second wind and I got potions.
All right, Cassandra. And potions are a free action, by the way.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask him in character. You need my support?
Can you chop off its tail? That'd be a great help.
Call the shot to the tail.
Snoggle yells at you.
Can
Yes!
we Monster Hunter this and just take off the tail?
If only I could. Probably. Oh, maybe. I'm gonna attack the restrained one though. I'm gonna move to the side, pull out my sword, and dash towards him and attack with my bonus action.
All right.
Right. I don't have that bonus, so just 15. So not gonna hit.
15's not going to hit. You need a 17.
Should I save my sacred weapon? That's my turn.
All right. And Sorden.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start off with drinking a greater healing potion, which I
Good
got
thing you bought
almost
some.
max healing for. Gave me 18
Nice.
because I rolled 2 4s and 2 3s. And I'm going to change my second wind macro because I gained another level. And yeah, I'm going to second wind. So yeah, that puts me up to almost 2 points shy of max health. So basically, if I got all 4s, I would be back up to full.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And I'm going to try and smack him twice with the sword.
Go for it.
The 18 hit for 14, but the 15 missed.
All right. All right. Well, y'all have given that one a beating. Well, not that one. The other one's getting
The other one. Yeah.
And this one is looking a little injured. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No.
All right. McGeeg.
So currently, I believe both myself and the paladin are within reach of this creature. Is it a fair assumption?
Yeah, pretty close, yeah.
Okay. I will from basically like hiding behind the paladin. I will just kind of say, "Do you have any way to hit the other one?"
Not effectively, no.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, and just to confirm, the one we're next to is the one that goes after me, or is it the one that's at the top of initiative?
The one at the bottom of the initiative is the one that Snargle's been taking a bite out of, and it's the one that's restrained.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, you basically, in game, I say we're going to go over to the other one at the same time, and
We've already attacked it.
oh, is he within 5 feet of the other one?
Yes,
Are you-
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is a smaller space than I thought it was. Okay, I'm following now. All right.
No, she dashed over because she started her.
Oh,
I like zigzagged to it.
oh, and it. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just confused. Zigzagged over to the restrained one. Okay. So I'm the only one then next to this one, or they were both. Okay, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Smaller room. Okay, so what I'll do is staying at the
You're
10
about-
foot distance.
From what I understand, you're about 20 feet from either.
Yeah, that's the general way that it was set up. Cassandra was there in front of you, and then she went back to the other one. And Snargle is the one that's in front of you, and it's the one that's restrained. And the other one is currently engaged with Sorden.
Oh. Okay,
So you're like kind
my
of
mental picture
halfway
was
in the
really
middle
weird.
there.
Yeah. Okay. So Sorden is okay. Out of game, I'm just going to explain this so I don't have to do this in game. What I'm thinking is that if we're going to focus fire on the one that's restrained, then we need to have anybody who is making melee attacks close enough to the restrained one. Is anybody who makes melee attacks not next to the restrained one?
That'd be me because I'm soloing the other one.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is saying to your character, I'm going to say, I'm going to hit the one you're next to with the arrow. This is the plan, obviously. You move over to the other one when I do. And I'm gonna take a shot at the one next to Sorden. I think is what it was.
Okay.
I say all that and then miss. 12.
Yep, that will miss. But we do have that sorted out now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. And the Bone Devil that is restrained is going to attempt to break free and rolled a 2, so that's not going to happen.
That's right, bitches.
All right. So, yeah, Snargle. You want to take a bite out of Crown?
I do. So great axe attack.
I think this is a little bigger than crime.
All right, so dirty 20 to hit the Bone Devil.
That will work.
All right. Ooh, I rolled a 12. Nice. So 17. 19 points.
Man,
So
you're
that
just
attack.
chipping away at this thing.
And then I'm going to bite his ass, too. Oh, I rolled a nat 20 on the bite. What?
All right.
So,
Somebody has to do damage. The other, me and my gig can't fucking hit shit.
That's right.
So 14 points for that bite.
All right.
Damn, I bite the shit out of that motherfucker.
Yeah, you did a nice amount of damage that round. Okay, so back to the Bone Devil that's over poking around at Sordon. So, if I understand correctly, Sordon is still the only one at that Bone Devil, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Sorry, Sordon.
Hey, it's rolling at disadvantage, so it's less likely to hit me.
All right, 8 plus 7 will not work. And 8 plus 4 will not work. This is actually turning out pretty decent.
Don't say that shit. Jesus.
It's once we kill the first one that their powers merge and actually they become one real Bone Devil.
No, I'm not that big of a dick.
Oh, okay.
Start
Generally, I
one-shotting.
prefer my players survive, and I'll fudge with things a little bit, but yeah.
Well, you know.
this is definitely out of y'all's range, and you're doing quite well.
Yeah.
Cassandra.
Thanks to OP spells at level 1. I'm going to attack the Bone Devil in front of me.
All right.
Oh shit, I can actually hit something. 23?
That'll hit.
Oh. I'm just gonna deal typical damage, which is 13. 13 slashing.
All right.
And I'm not going to do anything else.
Okay. And Sordon, what do you want to do?
I'm going to take 2 swipes at it. First one missed. The second one hit for 12.
All right.
Yeah. First one was a 15. The second one was a 24 that I hit for 12.
Yeah, y'all are bouncing. Y'all either rolling really high or just under the AC.
Hmm.
Oh, 12 is just under? Good to know.
No, 17 is just under. But nice try.
Darn.
All right, so McGig.
All right. So yeah, I said I would do the thing I was gonna do. So I'm gonna shoot the one that's next to Sordon.
Okay,
Woohoo! 24.
that'll hit.
That's when you say it misses. Like what? Anyway, so 9 points of piercing damage, and as well as I'm gonna make this a grasping arrow.
Okay.
Add 10 more points of poison, probably resistant, but whatever. Or maybe
Yeah.
immune.
It's immune to poison.
Yeah. And then but as it hits, there's like this green flash and these like brambles wrap around it, and I say, now. And then that's my turn.
Okay, and functionally, what do the brambles do?
Oh yeah, sorry, apologies. For 1 minute, it has minus 10 feet to its speed, and it takes 2d6 slashing damage once per turn if it moves more than a foot, and it requires an action to remove them early.
Nice. All right, so Restrained Bone Devil is going to attempt to unrestrain himself. And a 7 is not going to do it.
That's right, bitches.
Alex, you know what that reminds me of, right?
What?
It reminds me of the Iron Bands of Binding.
Bolero. Yep.
I used to have a Forge Cleric that used the Iron Bands of Binding and then would cast Heat Metal on the Iron Bands of Binding.
You're a monster.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a horrible person.
Oh,
Okay.
that's why you're GM. Of course, that makes perfect sense.
Snargle, we're back at it again.
All right. I'm going to attack him. Let's see, that's a 19. So it comes out to 24. And damage is 4 plus 9, 10, 11. 11 damage on that. Then bite is 17 right on the dot.
All right.
And that is going to be 9. That's 11 damage.
Sweet. This one is looking ragged as all fuck.
Snargle,
Okay.
Slow Bone Devil.
You appeared at the wrong altar, my friend.
That's right.
Yeah, I believe you are correct. And so, the second Bone Devil is going to make a couple of attacks. And will a 24 hit you? Sword.
Is that the claw or the tail?
That is the claw.
Yes, it will hit.
Alright.
That's
Saving
even
that,
worse.
saving that parry. Maybe.
You will take 8 slashing damage.
Oof. That's not nice.
And the second one is a 10, so that will miss.
What?
That's the one you need to avoid.
Pucker
Yeah,
factor
seriously.
20.
Alright, so Cassandra.
Alright, I'm going to attack the restrained one.
Alright.
Good thing I have advantage. Modified 20.
That'll hit.
Now, I'm going to deal 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to do.
Okay. Yeah, this thing looks like it's falling to pieces at this point. Alright, Sorden.
Yeah. I'm gonna smack him twice.
Naturally. I like it.
Go for it.
We're basically a band of fighters.
Yeah.
I got a 23 and a 20 to hit,
Alright, you got it.
and it's total of 20 damage.
Nice. Well, that one is definitely starting to take a beating. Alright. Do you want to do anything else, or is that your turn?
No, that's my turn.
Alright, McGig.
All right. So my ally didn't leave. That's fine. I'll just. Yep, that's fine. He can do
Well,
whatever he
the
wants.
other one's about to fall apart.
No. That's in character, not out of character. A mental peek into what she's thinking. In that case, I will aim at the restrained one. I assume it's still restrained.
Yep, it's
I want-
restrained.
I want that advantage.
Restrained and pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not happy.
20 hits, yeah?
Yep, 20 hits.
It's probably not immune or resistant to psychic damage, and I would be vaguely amused by this. So, wisdom saving throw from him.
Unless it's somehow a psionic.
Psionic!
Alright. And
Everything
he
else
rolls a natural 20.
Okay. So he takes 10 points of psychic damage anyway, but that's all that happens.
Oh, this thing is in tatters.
Oh, and let me do piercing also. 7.
It is dead.
Boy.
You have killed it. How do you want to describe your kill?
Sure, yeah. After Snargle and everybody else has done lots of damage, I'll just like shoot it, and then the injury doesn't look like it's sufficient to kill it, but then it's like something like it bleeds out of its ears or nostrils and other orifices and just collapses. And I'm like, good job, team.
Yeah, Snargle stands up and gives you the middle finger.
Okay. Well done. All right, so that is the end of the restrained Bone Devil. I got a feeling the next one is not going to last that long.
Especially since I'm going to start my turn by restraining him.
Yeah, I figured that was coming. Snargle, what do you want to do, buddy?
All right. Let's see. How far away from the other one?
About 30 feet.
All right. So I'm just gonna run up, and I want to jump on its back and chop his ass with my axe.
Okay.
Jumping
It's
on
already
its
got
back
one
is
split,
probably
so
not a
you
good
think
idea.
it's probably going to be weak there.
What'd you say, Alex?
Probably not a good idea to jump on the Bone Devil.
Fuck that bastard. If he's gonna hit me, he's gonna hit me. You want me to roll athletics to jump up there, or?
No, I'll just say you can do it.
All right. So I'll jump up there and attack him on my axe. All right. That is going to be, let's see, 19 plus 6. That's 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. And it's 17 damage for the axe.
Nice.
And then I'm going to fucking bite his ass. That's a 17 on the money. And that's another 11 points of damage.
Sweet. All right, this thing is looking a little beat up. Y'all definitely doing a number on it. So it's going to take its attack, and we'll see how it's going to do this. It's either going swording, or it's going to try to get the monkey off its back. 1 and 2, it's swording. 3 and 4, it's Snargle. And it's Snargle.
Hell yeah.
Now, hold up. You did say the monkey on its back. That's not the same thing as Snargle. Just kidding. Sorry.
Well, it don't know the difference between a crocodile and a monkey, so.
Apparently I haven't played with Snargle as much. No?
Okay, so
And I'm going to take my reaction, expending an inspiration to get rid of that crit fail. It attacks go off, and then it takes 14 points of damage from me.
okay,
Sentinel.
Yeah,
all right.
I hit it
So
with a 27.
I'm going to say he's only going to get one attack on this because you're on its back, and it just doesn't make much sense to try to get a claw attack where you're at. So he's going straight stinger, and
He's got 2 targets. Perfect.
a 4 is not going to cut it.
Nope.
So yeah, that happened.
Oh, I got something for that ass next turn.
All right, and you said he took what, 14 points of damage?
Yep.
All right. Nice. Okay, Cassandra, what do you want to do in all your infinite wisdom?
I think everyone knows what my infinite wisdom is going to do. I'm going to go pick up my rope. I'm going to say boo jiggity and pull it back. Then I'm going to move into range, move 30 feet towards the other Bone Devil, and I'm going to command the rope with Jigabooty.
All right.
Onto
and
the
that's
Bone
a
Devil.
15 save, right?
Dexterity, yeah.
All right. And he literally rolled a 12, and he has a +3.
Nice.
And he has to
just
roll
needed-
again.
And he rolled a 1 this time.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
There goes my other inspiration.
Oh, yeah, I have tons of those on Cassandra.
All
I
right.
have none.
So he's restrained, and that's my bonus and my action and my movement. So that's my turn.
Okay, Sorden.
Now I'm
Have
going
some
to.
advantage, my friend.
Yeah. Now I'm going to hit him twice. Oh, yeah. Well, advantage came in handy because the second one was the first one was a 12, the second one was a 24. The first roll was 22 and a 28, so together they did 18 points of damage between the two of them.
Nice.
I rolled crap on the first one.
That's still took a healthy chunk out of him. All right, my gig. You want to finish off Bone Devil and make everybody else look
Has
bad?
it been? Does it only take damage if it moves or when it starts to turn?
So
If I heard him correctly, it's when he moves.
yeah, technically it says 1 foot or more, and it says for moving rather than moving it. If that makes sense, you can't push it, for example.
Yeah.
But it stays for a minute or until he removes it, so it's going to be on it for a while.
Yeah.
Probably for the fight, or unless either we're going to die or it's going to die first before that goes away. We just walk away and let it hurt itself. Anyway, so allies are helping. It's restrained, I think. So I'm going to just kind of move off to the side to get allies less in the line of fire and take a shot.
Yep. All right, go for it.
With a 9? 9 hits, right? No.
Not? Is that with advantage?
Oh, that's right. It has advantage. Sorry, thanks. 19. Yeah, that's the word I meant. Yep.
Yeah, you just forgot the 10. It's okay.
Yeah, I just forgot the 10. No biggie. 6 points of piercing damage, and that is it.
All right. All right, the Dead Bone Devil, we're back up to Snargle.
All right. So, I'm gonna chop him on his neck.
All right. So you're going to climb further up his back to bite him on his neck.
Actually, I was wondering, because he brought a stinger down at me. So I'm wondering if I can grab his stinger and stab him with his own stinger.
You could, but it would just cause melee attack damage because he's immune to poison.
Yeah. Now I'll run up his back and fucking chop on his neck.
Okay.
Alright, so that's 17 plus 6 is 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Alright. So that's 9 plus 5 is 14, 16 damage.
Oh. It is on its last leg.
Alright, so time to bite. I'm gonna bite him right where I fucking chopped him. And let's see, it's 13 plus 7. It's a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Alright, so comes out to 7 damage.
Describe how you kill him.
Alright, so I fucking run up there and I chop him. And he's fucking darting his fucking stinger at me. And after I chop him, I drop my axe and I grab the fucking side of his head and his shoulder and I just fucking reach down and fucking chomp him on his neck, grab a hold of his fucking spine and rip it out of his fucking body.
Impressive.
And then
I really feel the need to say fatality.
And Snargle continues to bite him and rip him apart for another couple of rounds.
All right, guys. You have successfully beaten 2 Bone Devils that only had 2 minor tweaks to them.
Woo.
So you all did really well. The whole entanglement, and that completely clustered them. That and the protection from good and evil.
Yep.
All right, so you have a semi-conscious cultist slowly crawling his happy ass out of the clearing. What do you want to do?
And I'm going to stand right in front of him.
He looks up, scared to death.
I point my sword at him and I say, "You are going to answer some of our questions."
Yeah, Snargle's right next to his ear, hi.
Yeah. Anything you want.
Okay.
Good job, team.
I'm gonna look for my gig and I'm gonna say, do you think I should get a leash for Snargle? He's been a very loyal and dependable pet.
I think you should get, cast a enlarge spell on him so you could ride him.
Yeah.
Well, here's comes level and sorcerers again.
Yeah. I'll turn towards you and I'll go. Well, from where I'm from, that's more of a drow thing. So maybe no.
I mean, if I don't, he's just gonna eat people's faces anyways. So
Maybe a muzzle would be more appropriate then.
All right, so what do you all want to
I-
ask this guy?
A lizard folk bane just popped in my head.
announce him as my Thane. That'd be hilarious. You are my champion.
That's right.
Oh,
I'm
this
sworn
guy
to carry your burdens.
Ethan, more like.
And make them.
I'm gonna boo Jiggity this guy so he can't run away.
Okay.
And you can
Snargle
ask
looks
as many
cool.
questions as you want.
Snargle looks a little disappointed.
Well, if Aridin was there, she'd just tell you could eat him.
I mean, I'm pretty much on that border anyways. He's, trying to perform a union with demons.
Mm-hmm. Honestly,
wasn't-
it just seems unhealthy, but other than that,
Yes, worshipping demons is unhealthy.
yeah.
So let's just let's just start with the main things. What are you doing here? Why are you doing it here? How did you do that here? And who are you doing this for?
Okay. So, we're trying to bridge the gap between the infernal realms and this plane of existence. We've been promised great riches and power. And the mage has found a spell that would bring them across in an old tome he found in a ruin not far from here.
And who are you doing this for?
For ourselves, for power.
No. I mean, who promised you power and riches?
The mage. The
Uh,
first thing that died in this hole.
Yeah.
Noted.
Snargle goes and picks up the body of the mage and brings it over to Magig. That one.
Yes. You don't have to bring it that close.
Snargle, mind searching his body while you have him in your mouth.
He starts ripping his clothes off. He throws
I'm
the
pretty
clothes
sure
at you.
Rick Morris is the one that starts kicking in for those guys.
All right. In the tatters of his robes, you see a small piece of parchment.
I'm not sure if Snargle knows how to read, so I'll read it.
Didn't
Snargle
you
flips
describe
off.
one of these cultists as female? 'Cause
No, they are both male.
For some reason, I thought you heard she when you described one of them.
I may have misspoke.
Mm.
One can be female. I'm not overly particular.
Mm.
We can say the one that y'all have captured is female.
I could see why she wants to summon bone devils. Jeez.
Well, to be fair, the mage did summon bone devils, so presumably the magic would have worked.
You make a lot of presumptions for things that actually happened.
Oh, they didn't appear until you cast prestidigitation on the altar.
And I just want to clarify that was only prestidigitation. That was not summon demons. I do not have that spell.
I would say they would be fairly familiar with the spell Prestidigitation. I mean,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, they
I'm
cast
like starting to
Prestidigitation.
stealth. Like, while I'm saying this.
Yeah.
so y'all have got this piece of parchment. You read it. It gives basic directions on how to get to the ruins. And there is marked a small chest on the map, and it appears to be under a pile of rubble in the corner of the ruins.
Mhm.
If
Oh.
y'all want to go dig around.
Dig around for it.
I think we also have our treasure, and perhaps even more damning evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can we just arrest this person?
That's what we are doing, but I also have some more questions.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it possible to, maybe rest our bodies, because we just had two combatic encounters with two separate parties in less than 5 minutes.
Yes, but I'd like to make our way back to Mawson rather than resting out here. We are just slaying some evil forces, and I would hate to draw more to us.
Yeah.
My suggestion
Um,
would be do not cast Prestidigitation on the altar again.
I cast pressure. No.
I thought you said do it.
I thought you said it. Anyway, can I roll like a nature history check of this area? Is it more dangerous to be on the road? Like, are there bandits and stuff like that, or is it more dangerous in the mountains that we're in?
You're actually in a forest.
Oh,
Just-
sorry, the forest.
Just you're about a half a mile from the road. So you literally just barely got into the woods.
Right.
I don't think any bandits are gonna fuck with us if we start dragging bone devil bodies behind us.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm just, when it comes to resting,
How do you burn a body that's immune to fire?
Dry ice, maybe?
Yeah.
Freeze it until it becomes a frozen statue.
Acid?
Smash it to pieces. Melts.
yeah. Is it fair? Does my character think it'd be safer to try to travel on the road or stay in the cave? And what sort of check would that be to know like where attacks happen in this area?
Well,
Everywhere.
I would go twofold here. One, I would probably ask the cultists if there's more of them.
That's fair.
Oh, that's what I was waiting for. But no.
Yeah.
And two, I would say, are any of you actually familiar with this stretch of road in between Mawson and Illumina?
No.
I think I traveled it, depending on exactly where it is, because I had a really long travel session for one of the shards, but I don't. It was just passing through, not necessarily knowledge. But I do have book knowledge, so maybe I just know.
Vaguely familiar. Like
Okay.
it is a well-traveled merchant road, so travels quickly among travelers.
I would say history is if you're trying to remember something, correct?
Yeah.
Usually,
Just make a history roll with advantage to see if you would remember any reports of things in the area.
15.
15? Yeah, you have heard of no reports of anything in the area. You know it's fairly well traveled by the caravans, and fairly decently patrolled to keep the trade route safe.
Yeah, so I'll say honestly, the road is relatively safe, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Yes, but I still want to bring these bodies with us, so we know that we have slain demons already, and that we are.
Yeah, sure.
It should be also a bit of. It'll be a disturbance, but it should bring confidence and reassurance to the.
And I'm pretty sure Snurgle and I are strong enough to carry the demon's bodies back to town.
That was a concern. I appreciate you volunteering.
And I rolled a 21 Arcana to. Would that be high enough to realize? Hey, that person class clerical magic. Maybe I should take their holy symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, but I'm going to make sure to grab that person's holy symbol so they have a hard time casting magic.
All right. So, are you attempting to take all 3 fiends back with you? Because you've got the bearded devil and the 2 bone devils.
No, the bearded devil's a lesser fiend. We don't need to take him.
All right. Well,
I have a 20 strength, so I can carry.
If you want to take it, then by all means, it'll make us better representations of good. Yeah.
And also, you don't want to leave demon bodies around because other casters can use that kind of stuff.
Then feel free to.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to turn my attention to the cultist. So, how many people have you sacrificed out here? And how many more have you been waiting to do so?
Personally, 3. I think as a group, we've probably sacrificed 10.
And are any of them alive?
There are 2 alive left back at the ruins in cages.
And who has the key?
My compatriot has the key. She points towards the other cultist.
All right.
Snargle Park would have found it by now.
How many more of these altars are there?
This is the only one I know of.
And how many more of you are there?
There were originally 10 in our group, counting the mage.
And is he a significant leader, or is he the only one?
He is the leader of the group.
All right, you're coming with us. I'll take that as a confession.
Counter roll to your insight, Matt, is a 17. So, to best of your knowledge, he's telling the truth. Or she is telling the truth. I've got to get used to calling her a she.
I'm going to make an intimidation check as I'm picking her up onto her feet.
All right.
Actually, with the rope, I can probably pick her up onto my shoulders. So I got a 21.
Oh, yeah. She's intimidated as all hell.
I'm
She is terrified for her life at this point.
I'm going to say, if we find out that you're lying, you're going to wish that the justice system had killed you a lot sooner than when I'm going to get my hands on you.
And she sort of pisses herself.
Snargle taps you on the shoulder. Can I have her?
I think that would be fitting enough.
Her face turns just blanche white, and she passes out.
That's too bad because I was about to lick her face.
I should have waited just a split second because that would have definitely called her to pass out.
Oh. All right. We have the 2 bone devils. We have the fiend, the bearded devil, and we have one living cultist and a dead mage. But we have her. Bring her spell book so that no other mages can come across it and take it. We can
Did you find a spell book on the mage?
Was it a wizard or was it sorcerer?
It was a straight up mage This is just what it's listed at is in the.
Was there a spell book on it?
There is a spell book.
So we can send this to. Well, we can bring this with us to the UAG.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else, someone more scholarly, can take a look at it. And after, I'll let my gig carry it.
Yeah, I'll carry the spell book. I have like a little holder for various books. And you know, and anything else that's within my carrying capacity. I'll assist with.
All right. What are we standing around for? Let's get marching to Mawson.
Okay, so quick question: large creatures, how much would they weigh, and how much would it slow y'all down?
So
pretty
what I
significant.
So there's two ways to. Here's what I'll say. There's two ways you can calculate this. One is to use I think it's a cube multiplier on whatever size increase. So let's say you want them to be twice as tall, right? If they're twice as tall, they would be 4 times as heavy as a person. So they would, or 8 times as heavy as a person of a normal height. So like if a 6 foot tall person is 200 pounds and they're 12 feet, it would be 8 times 200 pounds. Or you can just use like a BMI calculator and be grossly inaccurate, but you can get a sense of where its normal range would be for like a 12-foot tall person.
All right, I'm going to run with they're about 1,000 pounds each.
So heavy loads.
Yes.
Yeah.
If y'all want to come up with a makeshift drag or anything.
Yeah, we'd have to because my max carrying is 300.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was like, don't know if y'all want to attempt to carry these things or not. But
with 2 people, we might be able to drag 1 at a reasonable pace. If we want to do both, then it would be like a 5-foot pace per 6 seconds.
Because if Snargle and I combined our push-pull, we'd have 1,200 pounds of push-pull.
Right.
Which is just enough for 1.
Pretty much.
Is either of you all proficient in either land vehicles,
I'm
woodcraft, or anything of the sort that you could theoretically think useful?
I am proficient in land vehicles and smithing. I don't have carpentry.
Might have something that might actually work for that.
I might know how to make a sledge in the technical aspects, but not any of the crafting aspects.
But we don't really need like something nice. We just need something we can tie a rope to and pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just has to be functional.
Yeah.
I doubt a single shield would carry it. If we had maybe 3 shields, we could tie them together and then pull it. I don't know.
Any of you proficient in survival?
Actually, I just realized
I am.
something. This would be hilarious.
Lizard folk actually have this thing called Cunning Artisan, which is more for like shield, a club, javelin, stuff like that. But you make it out of like natural elements. But I have on +9 of survival also.
Yeah.
So okay. So I have an item that might help, but I have a weird question. My strength is 8. Can I move these corpses at all?
You would probably be able to pull the bearded devil by itself, but not the bone devils.
Okay, so I will carry the bearded devil by itself, and my speed will still be 30. Because I have magical boots. Basically, my character is like moving like an inch, and the boots are like dragging me forward.
All right.
Uh,
Okay. So,
it still doesn't help with the Bone Devil.
Snargle, if you want to use either your survival or that thing that the lizard folk have, which I think would perfectly work, it just makes sense. You can use either roll, just try to get a makeshift sledge together.
All right, so I rolled a 19. Comes out to 28 for survival.
Okay. All right. Describe how you put this thing together. I'm
Okay.
assuming you have some rope and you're in a forest, so I mean, there's obviously wood.
Yeah, so I'll chop a couple good-sized saplings down, enough that'll hold probably about 3 of them, and attach like a harness, kind of like a shoulder strap, kind of sort of that on 2 spots for me and Sorden, and then with rope I can make like a net on it so we could drop one of these things on it.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that would be able to work. I'd say it's going to probably slow y'all down. It's like would normally be another day and a half to get to Mawson, or you could go back to Illumina, whichever direction y'all wanted to go, because you're kind of right in the middle. I'd say it would take you 2.5. Just add another day, so 2.5 days to get either direction.
Yeah,
Mawson's more towards the area of the
And then-
temple, right?
And then we can go to the ruins right after.
All right, that works for me if it works for y'all. So you travel on to Mawson. Make a quick roll here. Yeah. The trip is completely uneventful. You kind of get the impression that all the forest animals and other creatures are avoiding you because the bone devils have a certain stench. So you get to Mawson, and is there there's a wall around Mawson, correct?
Yeah, once you get to the road that leads into it, there's a guardhouse. They'll probably stop you, but once they find out you guys are UAG, they'll wave you through, and they probably offer you a cart that they have there. More than likely, like a little wagon that they probably use to ferry the troops back and forth. So you could probably use that the remainder into Mawson, so we wouldn't have to carry them. But once you get in, there'll be another gate when you're in Mawson, and you head straight into town, and the mayor would be at the main building. And they usually offer a spot to sleep and shit like that or whatever. And there's an alchemy shop, a forge. There's a general store. Pretty much whatever you need.
We don't have time to divulge ourselves and answer any calls of pleasure that we may want. We still have to go to the ruins and save those people there.
We should probably rest no longer than necessary, and even basically leave these corpses to the guards to deal with.
And this prisoner. And I kind of
Yes. Oh, yes, of course.
push her in front. Drop her on the ground.
Yeah, the guard captain will come out and take them off your hands, put them in a cell.
And once they're back in the cell, I take back my rope of entanglement.
All right. So y'all turn all this over. When you first roll up to the guard shack, y'all are towing this thing along. The guard comes out and looks at you real weird. You know that scene in Independence Day where Will Smith flips the parachute off the alien? You get the same reaction. So you do all this, you turn them in. Do you want to collect the reward here or at the UAG? I know you're still going back to the ruins, but there was a reward for this mission.
Gold would only weigh us down, as far as I'm concerned. I mean,
Did the notice say you collect the reward at Boston? Because if it's not, usually the reward is handed out at the guild hall. Because
All right.
that's where the money was paid to, and then the guild pays the money out.
All right. That's what we'll run with then.
Yeah.
Okay.
besides, if we're somehow killed from other forces, we wouldn't want them to have our gold. So,
All right. So you all head back to the ruins, and I'm assuming, are you traveling straight there, going through the night, or how you want to do that?
We'll take rest this time. We don't want to show up and be tired.
Okay.
Especially if there's going to be cultists there.
More fucking demons.
always.
All right. So you take a long rest. I'm assuming you set watch.
Yeah.
In the town. Sure.
Well, I was assuming y'all stopped and rested on the day and a half trek back.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
So y'all are fully rested. All hit points and everything's all hunky dory.
Yeah.
And you get back to the clearing where all that took place. And everything's pretty much exactly as you left it. The wolves have been feeding a little bit on the corpses that were left, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, so let's
And you have a map to the ruins. And so about a half a day's trek in and out. Well, to the ruins and back out to the road. So how do y'all want to approach the ruins? They're setting the clearing at the base of the mountain.
Well, first course of action, I want to take my sledgehammer and I want to break the shit out of that altar.
All right. You totally can do that. As you make me a couple of attack rolls with advantage. See if you can hit a non-moving object.
21. 24. And 23.
Yeah, you start beating this altar to pieces. As the hammer hits the stone, you get a spark and a smell of sulfur, but large chunks start falling off, and as the chunks fall, the interior of the stone appears to bleed and just weep blood.
No mercy. Get your satanic magic off of my dimension.
I second that statement.
All right, so y'all destroy the altar.
Head back to the location, to the ruins.
All right.
So, let me get this straight. This altar is bleeding blood. Like, this is like a bloodstone or something?
It is a very porous stone that you get the impression that it has absorbed almost all the blood that has been, poured on it or sacrificed on it. Or
I'm going to take it. I'm going to take some of the bloodstones.
Okay.
Because I want to get it cleansed later.
Okay. Y'all can just send a priest or a cleric back out if you want to. That's no issue. Once you destroy the altar, it's going to be pretty much inert. But just to cleanse any remaining magic might not be a bad idea.
Okay, well then I'll just leave it there. And well, we have a map, so we know the entrance to the place. We know where everything's being held. So I'd say we just make checkpoints and head to every objective that we need to go to.
To the ruins.
So y'all head to the ruins. You start seeing smaller animal life scurrying around in the underbrush. The further away from the clearing you get, you notice a couple of wolves or larger predators a little farther out in the distance. They're keeping pace with you, but you know that regular wolves, are not going to attack a large armed party. You get to the clearing where the ruins are. Basically, it's a corner of what looks to be possibly a guard tower. There's a cage recessed into the corner, sheltering underneath what is remaining of the roof. You see some smoke coming up from what might be a campfire.
Did we bring their holy symbols with us? The 3 that we killed?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to just take them out and wrap them around my hands. Just so that I can show them when we face them.
All right. So how do you want to do this? How do you want to head in? Do you want to just straight confront them, or?
That's my
I got sword and shield out, and I got a 14 on stealth.
Okay. Everybody else want to roll stealth, or are you just marching in?
I think we should just march in like we own the place. We've defeated their leader. We have a symbol, and the symbol of his apparently 2 closest cultists. We can use that to get them to either flee or to obey our demands.
I stealth.
I mean, you guys can stealth, but I'm still going to confront them. Maybe it will provide some sort of distraction if they are reluctant to listen.
I'll walk with you.
Thanks, Snargle. You're always such a useful and faithful companion.
I'm not going to stealth. I'm just going to go with them.
It was a good plan.
All right.
Not following it.
If
Gig.
yeah,
I
I don't trust my stealth roll well enough.
Oh, come on, you went with a 16.
I got my proficiency in stealth. I got to use it somehow.
So I'm going to walk in through the front of the rooms.
I'm going to be standing beside her, shield out and everything.
Okay. So as y'all approach, you smell the smoke from a campfire.
I will cast Bless on us before we go talk to them, just in case they pull something shifty.
Okay.
First or second?
I can only cast it at a first level.
Okay.
So the 3 people who are with you have
Yeah,
blessed,
so
including
I'm going to
yourself.
cast. No, I'm going to cast it on the 3 of you because I can only target 3 people. I can
Okay.
only target more if I cast it at a
I
higher
was
level.
just thinking my character probably stealths before we're getting close. So, but that's up to you.
Okay, well, then I'll just cast it on us 3 then for making a confrontation.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Pulling up a little bit of info here.
Using Snargle as a tool of intimidation is going to be so awesome.
Yeah, y'all are going to probably steamroll these guys. Because
I'm hoping we just don't have to fight them.
they're not on the same level, that's for sure. So you approach the direction of the campfire. You can see the cage recessed off into the edge of what's left of the building. You see a rather large, fat man dressed as a cultist, just sitting there toying with the prisoners, playing with a crooked dagger. You see some bedrolls splayed out in another section. And you see, let's see. So you see 6 more people walk from around behind the building. They're all dressed in robes, and none of them seem to be armored or armed openly, other than the guy that has the dagger.
So I'm gonna. Obviously, they don't really notice this yet.
Yeah, they
So
have pitiful perception.
I'm going to fully walk into the room, and I'm just gonna again confront them all. I'm gonna say, "Listen up. All of you are either under arrest or you will be slain immediately by me and my companions."
All right. The tubby guy that was poking at the prisoners with a dagger stands up and goes, "Who the hell you think you are?"
I'm going to show him the holy symbols. And I'm going to say, "The one who's killed everything you've been working hard up until this point. And if you don't listen, I'm going to take the very thing that you even care about, which is your lives, as miserable as they may be."
This guy is, with his fat, bulbous face, blanches, just turns white, and sweat starts pouring off his brow. And he goes, "I don't know who you think you are, but you're not going to do anything here. We'll sacrifice you."
You?
And he comes running at you with the dagger.
Oh, yes.
I think it would be hilarious if I shot him, but I also feel like somebody else might have cool things they could do.
I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna say, "Snargle, you know what to do."
Yeah. I probably just fucking tackle his ass and start beating and biting him.
I'm gonna raise my shield and I say, with a 19 intimidation, "Then you'll die first."
Yeah, you see this guy, he's just got the fanaticism in his eyes. He's just like almost rabid about this. He is bought into this hook, line, and sinker. He has no other direction to go in. So he keeps running at you.
All right, I'll run at him.
I got critical initiative.
You did? So
Yeah.
I got 23. What do you got?
I got 23.
I'm gonna let these two handle crazed fat fanatic over there, and I'm gonna kind of sideline myself, and I'm gonna just trying to convince the cultists, like, this is your last chance. This isn't even all of us.
Roll a deception followed by a persuasion.
Well, I don't have deception as a skill, but I still get +4. So I got 12 on the deception.
Okay.
But the persuasion is going to be a modified 20.
Okay, yeah. Good. Let's see. I will say 4 of them believe every word you say and drop to their knees and just start begging for leniency.
And the other two?
The other 2 kind of look at each other and they reach into their robes and they pull out scimitars.
All right.
So this is going to be really quick and dirty. Everybody that's got an initiative in the chat, pick a guy.
I'll take the fat guy.
I was going to take that guy.
We can both take the fat guy.
Yeah, y'all can go in.
Well, that
tear
works
him
better
up.
because all of my protection and sentinel stuff works better when I have allies. So yeah.
So
I'll actually target the 2 in the back because that makes sense as an archer.
yeah, I'm just gonna let you 3 handle this. I'm gonna keep the other 4 kind of out of the way, and
Holds
Save.
action for punch, idiot.
All
And
right.
I'm also
So
Yeah, I
going
do
to
not go first. It's the other two that go first.
I think you want me to go first because I can trip them and then you have advantage to attack.
Works for me. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
and be creative, guys, because we're going to play a little reward system for some role play.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So, my first attack is 19 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
He has to make a strength save.
He fails automatically.
He's prone, and
Okay.
he took 16 points of slashing.
All right. He is still up, but how did you cut him? I mean, where did you take the cut at? Just call your custom.
I just ran up and I bashed my shield into his body, and then I sweeped his leg with my sword.
All right.
It's behind the knee.
Okay. So as your sword comes through, it cuts through the fat of his leg and severs the tendons on the back of his leg. He goes down to one knee, unable to get back up.
Yeah.
He is bleeding like arterial blood at this point.
Yeah. And then my second attack is a 23 to hit, and he has to make another strength save.
Oh, he fails.
Yeah. He takes 11 points of damage as I drop the dagger out of his hand along with 3 other fingers.
All right, this guy is kneeling, clutching his hand, staring at what used to be his fingers as they twitch on the ground. He has got next to no hit points left.
Oh, you just had to say that. Accent Church.
Go for it.
A 30 to hit for 9 slashing, and another 30 to hit for 7 slashing. I didn't use superiority die on that.
You get the impression that the first cut finished him off, but just to be certain, you spin around with your sword and take his head clean off.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
Snargle.
Snargle looks to you and gives you the middle finger because he thinks it's a thumbs up. How far are the 2 cultists in the back?
They're about 40 feet away.
Okay.
They rolled like crap, so every one of you is going to get to go before they do. So it's almost a moot point.
Just remember, you two. I gave you your chance.
All right, so Snargle is just going to fucking walk towards him, and he's gonna pull out his great axe, and he's gonna aim at one of them and just chuck it at him.
Oh, this is brutal.
They're just they're just commoners, man.
Basically, but they really deserve this.
So 18 plus 7, that's 25. How do you want me to roll damage for the great axe being flung at him? Normal is a D12.
Run with a D12.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go into rage also. So that'll be 15 points of damage for that tag.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pull out my bone maul and that'll be my turn.
All right. Well, where did your axe hit the guy?
Did it kill him?
Well, where did it hit him? We'll determine.
Okay. Well, I'll say that he'll walk up. As he's walking up, he's pulling up his axe, and he'll probably loop it around a couple times, and then to get the momentum, he'll fucking turn around and throw it in like a sideways kind of spin, and fucking just right on that dude's neck.
You watch as the axe cuts, seemingly just with absolutely no resistance, clean through, and you see the stunned look on the guy's face as he falls to his knees and his head just rolls to the side onto the ground.
The question is, where did the axe go after that? Because it is a large weapon that was thrown really hard.
I am assuming that since the rest of the cultists, other than the one guy with a scimitar left, was kneeling, it went over their heads and lodged into the wall.
One of their fingers is cut off as they're raising their hands.
All right, there's one guy left.
That'd be hilarious. So I guess that's mine. So I'm gonna just action surge up front because I know I'm going to. I'm gonna take my first shot, like as he's drawing the weapon at his wrist. Does an 18 hit?
The 18 will hit.
Okay. I'm actually not trying to kill him with this, but we'll see. I'm gonna use grasping arrow on the attack. Basically, what I'm doing is as he's drawing his weapon, I'm gonna hit him through the wrist and have it the vines, the brambles, wrap around the wrist and tie it to his foot. So he draws the sword out, but he's like stuck with his hand toward the ground. And without even like, I'm not even waiting to see if he drops from that. I'm just going to fire a second time. 18 again. Interesting. At this second shot, I'm just going to cut across his cheek. But I'm going to use Shadow Arrow on that one, dealing 2d6 psychic damage and dropping him just like as visions of absolute terror, like just visions of like maybe the demons that he expected to be summoned just being cut down by our party, and he just falls unconscious.
All right, I that's a perfect explanation. I'll run with that. So you have subdued.
In case it matters, technical total damage was 33.
If it was more than double, it's his max health, then yeah, he's dead outright.
He might be dead. I was just dropping it to 0.
Well, their actual max health, other than me monkeying with them, is actually 9 hit points. So, yeah, they're pretty useless. So, yeah, you have subdued all the cultists, or killed them, in some rather fantastic ways. So you can bind them all together and march them back to Illumina or Mawson or wherever you choose to take them.
I got one more thing. I got one more thing.
Sure.
As he does that arrow, I probably walk up the rest of the way. I get this bone maul made out of the fucking skull of a fucking owlbear or some shit. I don't know.
Ooh,
and I'll probably just cave that dude's chest in while I'm like trying to intimidate the other 4.
Just looking at the other 4, you just hit him.
I'm gonna go to the cages.
All right. When you get to the cages, there are 5 people in the cages. Various ages, none younger than an adult, because I just don't play that way.
Okay.
And you notice that one of them is actually a beggar that you might have seen in either Mawson or Illumina.
Mm-hmm.
And he is paralyzed, and you notice that the cultist has been carving sigils into his legs.
Yeah, old man Nick.
What kind of lock is on the door?
I would say a standard iron lock. pretty easy to break, or you can pick it if you want to try.
I got a 28 to hit.
Oh yeah, it shatters.
We had a key.
Yeah.
After checking to make sure the prisoners are at least alive, Magig will probably mention. Wasn't there something on the map as well?
Yes, there's a treasure chest, but I made this our top priority.
Yeah.
All right, you have secured all the prisoners. They look rough, but a few days of rest and some healing potions will bring them back up to good shape.
I'm going to give each one of them 4 hit points for my lay on hands.
How about the beggar so you can heal the arcane symbols carved into his skin?
Yeah, that's why I'm healing him.
Yeah, they only have like 5 hit points apiece, so.
Wow, their con is +4. Impressive. Sorry, just kidding. That's a 3.5 joke.
Yeah.
Which sadly falls on deaf ears because I didn't start playing D&D until 5e.
Oh no.
All right, so
Yeah.
you want to go look for whatever treasure there is?
I'll go send Snargle. I'll give him the map.
Okay.
I know if I keep him too bored, he's just going to want to
Start
pester
gnawing on
people.
I was about to say, I was
Yeah.
going to start seeing how good each one of the cultists' head was going to fit in my mouth, but
Yeah. Especially since I kind of stole his kill.
nah, you're good. Bro.
So, you, Snargle, can bring the chest to us. I'm sure you'll find us at Mawson.
All right.
Be careful, it might be trapped.
I'll go look for the chest.
Yeah, I'll give you the map. And I'll start heading off with all the prisoners and all the cultists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tie up the prisoners in case that wasn't clear as to our intention there, and bandage the one that lost his finger.
Okay.
I do retrieve my great axe from the wall.
I figured that was a given.
Okay.
Alright, so should I want to give you all something that is magical but not stupid powerful? Uncommon would be in the realm of okay for your level.
Yeah. So
You want to tend more to consumables at this level?
Okay,
well, yeah.
that's why I was asking.
Yeah. So here's what I'll tell you from what I understand. On the rarity system for magic items really doesn't depict the power of them. There are uncommon magic items that are really good.
Yeah.
So there are some PDFs that might give you a more accurate representation, but a consumable would be the safest. You can make it basically as powerful as you want, and it's a one use, and there you go.
Alright, well, I have a list of 10 items. If you each will roll me a d10, you will get one consumable item.
Oh boy.
And this will actually be in the chest, just so we don't have to role play all the way back to Illumina.
Okay,
Yeah.
there is one thing I'll do while we get there, when we go there, but
Sure.
one thing I will say is if people get to say, never mind, don't worry about it. If I get this, don't worry about it.
Well,
Okay.
my plan is that once we return to Mawson, I'm assuming they're going to have the demon bodies on a wagon. We can take that back to Illumina with us and perhaps get someone who's interested in such things to do research on them.
Okay, that makes sense. Starting with
Especially if you consider background, it makes sense.
yes.
The Mage Guild doesn't have a demonology section yet, but it could.
Also,
Yes.
from where she's from, magic isn't very common, so they use alchemy a lot.
Mm.
All
I
right.
know
I guess-
when you get back to Mawson, the alchemist there is interested in the demon.
Mhm.
Sorry, there's a bunch of other people that I know want to take a look at that body, and no offense, but I trust them a little more than someone I just met.
What would you mind if might write them to get some research notes, possibly?
Sure. The one person is named. Is it Adram?
Yep.
He's a powerful archmage. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Yes, I have.
And
Oh yeah. She saw the rise of the tall elf that took care of 30 goblins.
and
Beppo knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
and Throak, who's also an upcoming mage and crafter of sorts. You can send them letters, and that'll be up to you. And then
Okay, thank you.
On the road back, McGee will probably to Messin or whatever it's called. McGee will probably confront Snargle actually, and like confront in the sense that like she'll move up near him, looking at the floor, the road.
That's probably
And-
a good way.
good way to confront, yes, and say, so I happen to notice you mauled a person who is well and truly incapacitated. Is there a reason?
Why?
Well, I just well, tend not like when people die in front of me.
He drops the chest on the ground and like squares off with you. Does it bother you?
Still looking at the ground. Yes.
He says, "Okay." He picks up the chest and keeps walking.
I mean, like, if you had a good reason. All right. That's all.
Alrighty. So y'all make the trip back to Illumina, bringing along the cart with the Bone Devils and the Bearded Devil. And you collect your reward at the guild, which is sadly 150 gold, because it wasn't intended to be that much,
that's all right.
but chalk it up to just being underpaid for your talents.
She's not too bothered by it. Any opportunity to slay evil, especially under her oath, is a grand chance.
It only cost me a few arrows.
All right. Okay, so y'all want to go through the chest?
Yeah.
All right. The two people that rolled the fours, you get a spell scroll of protection from good and evil.
Snargle
So, yeah.
smells it. Snargle smells it, and then he hands it to Alex's character.
Yes, I will use these for you when the time comes.
Okay, so number 6 is going to be a spell scroll of Hex, which I'm not even sure you would use.
I am not a caster.
All right.
So
And
it's worth money.
number 5. Lucky number 5 gets a spell scroll of Shillelagh.
Yeah.
All right. You also find in the chest a small amount of coin. Let's see here.
So, question: is it 150 gold total?
It's 150 gold each.
Okay.
And you find 30 gold pieces each in the chest.
Okay, so I actually gained and lost the same amount of gold.
Well, it's always good to break even, or at least that's what people tell me.
You can
And I
tell us
came
most
over-
I lost money on this adventure.
Oh no!
Well, I mean, to be fair, we do have 4 greater healing potions and more healing potions.
Snargle gives the gold to you guys because he doesn't really want gold.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
Oh, Snargle, I'll take that off your hands then.
So
All
that's
right.
60 gold each.
Well, to everybody that is watching now or in the future, thank you. And if you wouldn't care, Alex, would you end the broadcast for me?
Sure thing.